Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu dieser neuen frustrierenden Episode im Vorfeld mit Ansage. Wir sind in den Minen drin, haben den Affen mit dem Data-Modul gefunden und werden jetzt von Geth hier gestalkt. Ich hoffe mal, ich habe mein Spiel nicht kaputt gemacht, weil ich glaube fast. Das ist eine Pistole. Lange. Ihr habt den gerade volle Breitseite erwischt. Genau. Okay, ich glaube, der Käse ist gegessen. Frage ist... Was tun? Wow. Moment. Okay, kann ich gegen den noch irgendwas machen? Das sieht jetzt ein bisschen besser aus. Wenn die Kackbratze da nicht andauernd die Raketen mit seiner Fresse abfangen würde. Okay, Jungs. So läuft das nicht. Okay, seit wann sind die Dinger denn schwarz? Die haben nicht so viel Life da hinten. Okay. War's das? Ich kann speichern. Okay, ich hatte eine frustrierende Episode erwartet. Muss ich euch ganz ehrlich sagen. Keine Ahnung, warum das jetzt einfach so ohne größere Probleme funktioniert hat. Verstehe ich nicht so ganz. Ich meine, nicht, dass ich mich beschweren will. Nö, auf keinen Fall, aber es wundert mich schon so ein bisschen. Muss ich zugeben. Na gut, nächster Raum wartet noch auf uns. Mal gucken, was da kommt. Vielleicht komme ich auch raus und werde einfach umgebracht. So instant einfach nur BAM, ne? BAM ins Face. Und, ja. Das sehen wir ja gleich. Glücklicherweise habe ich ja gespeichert. Das ist echt unabdingbar. Ich sollte es auf jeden Fall nicht vergessen. Schnell, 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 schnell. Und da sitzen wir wieder im Panzer. Und können auf die Normandie zurück. Nice! Gucken wir mal, was unsere Bluebella-Freundin gleich zu sagen hat. Okay, muss ich jetzt hier mit dem Joker sprechen, oder was? Ich hab doch den Data Core. Oder was? Oder wie? Scan the Keepers, Strange Transmission. Okay. Habe ich das jetzt abgeschlossen, oder? Pff, keine Ahnung. Anscheinend. Na gut. Nee, da will ich nicht lang. Ich will runter. Zu der guten Blübs. Und dann will ich auch noch meine Jungs mal equippen. Dazu muss ich aber, glaube ich, nach ganz unten. Ne? Gucken wir mal durch, ob wir die vielleicht nochmal... Kann ich die eigentlich auch skillen? Nö, hier drüber nicht, auf jeden Fall. Vielleicht anderweitig irgendwie. Ohne, dass ich die jetzt die ganze Zeit irgendwie mitschleifen muss.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
Hatten wir das nicht alles schon mal?
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single... Although
Ja,
we
das
seek
hatten
to
wir alles schon
understand
mal.
other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Ja, wieder mal unsere Talking Skills. Mal gucken, was sie zu sagen
Yes,
hat.
Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Wenn's nur das ist, ne? Wenn's einfach nur das ist. Nur, ja, verrückt werden. Ja, ne, es geht. Ich kann mir Schlimmeres vorstellen. Durch ein Implantat im Kopf. Von daher hat das ja ganz gut getroffen, dass er nur ein bisschen Migräne kriegt, ne? Was geht mit den Leuten ab? Ich meine, wie rechtfertigen die das denn? Werde ich wohl nie herausfinden. Fragen wir, wir können nochmal mit Rex eigentlich sprechen, ne?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
I don't really care, Rex.
Suit yourself.
Achso, vielleicht hätte ich mir das mal überlegen sollen. Gut, sie habe ich equipped, Liara. Talis locker. Was hatte ich die denn nochmal geskillt? Okay, die hat eine Pistole. Was hat sie denn? Die Kessler 1. Komm, die Kessler 3 mal mit. Avenger 3. Achso, die hat auch eine. Auch eine Sniperin. Das ist gut. Light Armor Quarian. Das ist natürlich auch schön. Gut, dann haben sie das schon mal erledigt. Rex ist locker. Was haben wir ihm gegeben? Der hatte doch irgendwie auch so... Der kann damit nichts anfangen. Aber mit dem hatten wir doch auch irgendwie so Shotguns oder sowas, ne? Hab ihm aber nie irgendwas equipped. Okay, gib ihm einfach mal die Banshee. Bin mir bei sowas immer unsicher. Nein, Garrus. Ach, Garrus habe ich immer dabei, von daher ist das egal. Caden. Oh, Caden hatte ich hier auf Shotguns geskillt. Der hat schon eine Scimitar 3. Dann geben wir ihm hier auch mal eine Striker 3. Das braucht er nicht. Liberator 2, ist die besser? Liberator 3 sogar. Nö, ist okay. Und Ashley ist locker. Ashley. Die war auch auf der Soul Drive, sie hat aber auch schon Lancer 3. Können wir mal eine Striker 3 geben. Sniper Rifle braucht sie nicht. Und mit dem Liberator-Kram. Können Sie mit Phoenix anfangen? Ja, hat ein bisschen mehr Schilde, ne? Ist eigentlich ganz gut. Ja, das scheint so in Ordnung zu sein. Komm, wir sprechen nochmal mit dem.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Ja, er ist ein riesengroßer Disney's Descendants-Fan. Ne? Er singt immer mit bei Rotten to the Core. Aber wir wollen mal rausfinden, was er jetzt mit Sarah noch hatte. Ich glaube, ich bin mir sicher, dass ich den Dialog nicht gehört habe. Ich war eben noch im Zweifeln. Ich glaube, den habe ich noch nicht gehört.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Interessant.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Interessant. Kann ich jetzt hier irgendwie, keine Ahnung, ich will die skillen mal. Kann ich das denn nicht?
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she just she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's... Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Ja, wir hatten diese komplette Konversation schon mal. Huch. Nein, das hatten wir schon mal. Moment. So. War eine sehr, sehr schöne Geschichte insgesamt auf jeden Fall über ihre Schwester und so. Also, ich weiß nicht, ob ihr das jetzt so mitverfolgen konntet. Aber, mir hat es auf jeden Fall sehr gut gefallen. Ihre Schwester hatte einen Lover und der war so ein bisschen Stalker. Und ihre Schwester hat ihn dann verprügelt. So, End of Story ist so ein bisschen. Aber, ja, insgesamt sehr, sehr schön. Freut mich, dass da so viel Liebe zum Detail auch reingeflossen ist. Auch in diese kleineren persönlichen Geschichten, die eigentlich nichts mit der Story insgesamt zu tun haben. Aber ich würde gerne mal mit Garrus sprechen.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
I need to go.
Oh.
So long, Garrus.
Den Dialog hatten wir schon mal. Es tut mir jetzt leid, dass ich den guten Garrus jetzt so mitten im Gespräch abwürge, aber das hatten wir schon mal. Mit Tali würde ich gerne mal sprechen.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work, mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Okay,
I should
ich
go.
denke mal, die restliche Konversation heben wir uns für die nächste Folge auf. Und was wir jetzt noch schnell tun werden, ist hier, bevor ich es nämlich vergesse, den ganzen Kram, den wir nicht brauchen, nochmal in Omnigel verwandeln. Denn sonst habe ich gleich wieder irgendwie so ekelhafte, ja, langsames Bewegen vor mir. Das kann weg. Turian Armor kann, glaube ich, auch weg, größtenteils. Und die Hydra 1 kann weg. Ich glaube, die restlichen behalte ich mal. Kann sein, dass ich die vielleicht noch brauche. Obwohl die Turian kann, glaube ich, weg. Insgesamt. Schwere Rüstung behalte ich mal. Und dann sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge, wenn ich nochmal mit der guten Talik spreche. Und dann gehen wir auch schon weiter Richtung, ja, nächste Quest. Macht's gut. Bis dann. Tschüss.